Hi and welcome to Ocean AI. Today I take a look at the S&P trade from last night, my thoughts behind it and where I think we're going in the S&P from here. Firstly, before that, if you like these videos, jump on the YouTube channel and like and subscribe and post a comment as well. So firstly, starting out with the 1 hour time frame on the S&P here. So yesterday I posted this chart with the rallies. All these rallies here are similar, and last night's rally we broke out through that range and we went into the 382 level here. So that's the 382 level from the high here, and also at that level was the 1.618 extension of this move here from the low to the high and to that low again, and that gives us that 1.618 extension. So with that, now we could be looking at some sort of a pullback into here. So if we get, so we get something back into the, if this is a wave 4, then likely to come back into the 382 to 50%, and then get one more leg higher. So that would bring us down into probably 44.30, and then look for one more move up towards 44.80 to 44.90 area. And then we could be in for something like this, then another move up, and then another move down. And that's more on the bearish side of things. But if this is the low, then once we get this top in here around that 44.80, so I'll do that again. So we get this top in here, then we get a correction back 50 or 60 points, then we could be 50 to 60% retracement would take us, sort of down to 44.20 to 44.06 area. So that would be the bullish option. We get this move down here, look to buy here, run it up to 44.80, and then look for that pullback. The best way to do it would be wait for this pullback into here and then sell that, and then look for a buy here. So that's the bullish option. Still a bit of indecision though, because we've had all this overlapping sort of wave structure down here. This is more corrective, so this is why I'm looking more to the bullish side of things. If we go over to the Dow, so looking at the Dow, this was set up a lot better for, so we're looking for a B to C and D correction down to here, but the Dow's held up really well. And with same thing here, this is all corrective, and now we've started to move to the upside. So there's possibility that we could get this move up into the 36,000 area and then fold from there. It's also possible that this correction's complete over here, and this is just a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, a wave 4, and then a 5 up to here, then a pullback, and then higher. So there's lots of possibilities still around, but that's it on the long term. So if I go into the short term, go into the trade, so what we had, so what we had here, we had this A, B, C, D here into this low. But then from there, it was just really ugly. We had 40 points down, 40 points up, 40 points down, 40 points up. That was yesterday's US cash market. Then we come into today, and we didn't. I'll go into a small time frame, go into 3 minute. So when I use the AI, these timing points are things I look for to enter trades, and ideally what you want them to see them do, like this one, I'll just move that out of the way, is you want to see it pull back into a Fibonacci level, and then go from there. What we had from this one, I placed the order when we were about here at 43.88 at the start of the 50-60% area. And then what we got a spike down into that time and triggered us and nearly stopped us out all in the one move. But when you get a sharp spike down like that, it generally can be the end of a move. So in this case, we had that correction back down to the 61%, and then I was looking for that higher price, and it worked out nice. So the next thing we got, if I go into the 1 minute, is where'd it go? Right, is the opening range. So another strategy we use, well, can be used on anything, is the opening range and the opening price. So with this, the market opened here. I'll just put a marker in there, 8:30 for me. And what it did was it went up, come back down a little bit, and then we made this high here. Then we got a retracement. And if it's going to be bullish, I want to see it retrace back into that 50 to 60% area again, around the opening price, and then you want to see it go from there. So that's the bullish option. Obviously, if it was the other way around, we've seen the price open, drop down, and then pull back into that area and then sell off again. I'll leave that for another video. So DAX had it yesterday as well. You can go in, you can have a look at that yourselves. The DAX, when it opened, it dropped, and then it rallied back to the opening price and then sold off from there into an ABCD. Actually, no, I'll just have a look at it now. Might as well do it now while we're talking about it. Okay, 15-minute. Just get rid of all this stuff. Yeah, this one here, 3-minute. So the DAX yesterday is 2 o'clock open for me. That was here. Go into the 1 minute. See it a bit clearer. Yeah, so we had the opening price here. This is where it opened and it dropped down, and then it retraced to come back just past the opening price, but it came up to the 78%, I think. Yeah, so that's an example of the opening price retracement strategy. So we've had this drop at the open, then we've retraced back up. Generally look for the 50 to 60 or the opening price, which was here. Even if you did that, you'd still give it sort of 30 points of stop loss, so you would have been fine. And then what we got from there was this ABCD pattern down to complete that. ABCD didn't quite get there to 14,000, but came further down. But that's what you look for. So you get that, you enter there, and then you look for that D leg down. Yeah, so that's that one. Right, back to the S&P. That's the opening price covered. All right, so I took profit at 44.29. The reason for this was the ABCD from this low here. That gives us this one. That gave us this move here. So that was my reason for taking profit. Obviously, it's run up a bit more. Run up to the 1.618 extension of this move here. So yeah, but that was a good move. And also because of this, we had a 40-point profit. And I was looking back at these 40-point moves here. So I was thinking, well, I didn't really know whether it was going to go higher or if it was going to just zigzag again, because we're sort of still in this corrective phase. We haven't really had a good breakout yet, although we could have it now. So taking the ABCD was a good thing to do. The other way you could have done it would be to move your stop up, lock in 20 odd points here, and then just let it go and see what it did. But for me, it was sort of getting late, so I was quite happy with that. And yeah, so made some good money. Now we just look for the next one. Yeah, so if we look at this one now, I'm looking for this to come back into 44.55 to sell that. And that will give us that ABCD move down that I was talking about earlier. So we get this move up into here. Then we get down to that 44.30 area, 44.20 area. And then we get the long. But yeah, I hope that's covered everything you're looking for. That's just a run through of things I look at before entering a trade. And exiting as well, looking at levels for exiting, always having targets in mind. Yes, this one went further, but you gotta take some profit somewhere. And with the amount it's been moving up and down lately, I thought that was good, and I'm happy with that. So yeah, if I haven't covered anything or I've missed something, just chuck the questions in the chat or comments on YouTube, and I can address those as well. So just wait and see with the S&P today. I'll keep an eye on the DAX for the opening range for today, and yeah, we'll go from there. All right, hope this helps. I've sort of waffled on long enough, so we'll leave you with that. All right, cheers for tuning in. Thanks.